Hi guys, welcome back to Just Watch. Oh my god, the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi was so crazy. Can you believe everything we... Okay.
It was awesome.
We were like, when we saw the time, we are like, okay, what are they going to get done in this in what, 40... How long it was?
43 minutes.
Yeah, okay. You know, and there was like rumors going around that was going to be like an hour and a half, the finale. And so we're like, but they got everything done. They covered everything. It finished beautifully.
They hit every point that we talked about, every point that we wanted to see. It was epic.
My prediction, I almost thought my prediction was going to come true for a second, you know, and honestly, you know, how, like, the epic fight from the beginning, the epic fight scene, like, Vader, let's go over that. Vader and Obi-Wan fighting.
We finally get to see what we've been wanting since episode 3. You know what I mean? Another Vader and Obi-Wan fight. And that's what we got.
But this confrontation was insane because they were both at their, like, best potential. You know what I mean? Like...
Well, I mean, Obi-Wan was just getting, you know, like, his power back, his current, you know what I mean?
And as soon as he got that back again, and back into the
groove of things, you know what I mean?
He was, man, he got Vader, like, he was able to get steps ahead of Vader and everything like that.
You know, they had to go a couple of rounds, you know what I mean? First round went to
Darth Vader. That's what was epic about it, right?
Second round, you know, went to Obi-Wan, and then that last little squabble they had at the end.
Man, that was so freaking awesome. Like,
they ended it so perfect.
I mean, not only that, because there was a part in there where it was like Rebels, right?
Yeah. You talking about whenever Ahsoka
and Darth Vader are fighting, and she hits and gets a part of his helmet off, and that part...
she cuts half his mask off, and that's exactly what happened, right? You know, what we just saw right now.
We saw that in live action. You know how awesome it was in live action?
To see a scene like that everybody loves in Rebels.
Their dialogue, Stevie. Like, bro, like Anakin telling Obi-Wan, like, you didn't fail me. You know what I mean?
Hearing him with his respirator.
The respirator go in and out, the voice.
From Anakin's
That was
voice
crazy.
Oh, man.
That was crazy.
You know, it was heartbreaking.
So eerie and heartbreaking because you're like, God, this man needs to be a human. I mean, when we see young, you know, Anakin as Anakin, when he was still like him, and how much human and how much love and how much emotion and how much he just wanted that, you know.
It goes to show you these are two different people, Vader and Anakin. Two separate people, like you said, you know what I mean, that he killed Anakin's dead. You know what I mean?
That was Anakin's choice.
That was Vader's choice to kill Anakin. You know what I mean? And that's what he did. So,
like, I'm responsible for that. I'm not gonna give you credit, Obi-Wan.
Don't have guilt for that. You know what I mean? And with that guilt that Vader has, that's why he's able to be so powerful in the dark side
kind of like in
the Force. You know what I mean?
Cycle of,
you know what I mean? Like he
trauma
uses
and just
all that guilt.
Yes,
you know what I mean? For
that man is never happy. You know what I mean? Probably
a
day in his life. Like, it's just that whole dialogue was really, like you said, heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking, and
it was closure for Obi-Wan. You know, because at the end, who do we see after his whole journey and be able to realize that it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it was closure for us fans too.
Yeah,
for real.
You know, finally, but Obi-Wan, knows that now. He was probably living with that for 10 years that he failed Anakin, and this is what he calls. And now he knows that no matter what had happened, no matter his training, him training him or not training him, how much he involved in his life, he would have still probably turned to the dark side no matter what. You know what I mean? That's just his path.
Because of what he wanted to do. He wanted to save Padme. And, you know what I mean? That's the path he wanted to go down.
And that was all on him. All his choice. And so we see Qui-Gon Jinn at the end.
Which was awesome,
that was such a great scene.
That's what we saw that was going to happen, but we just didn't know when. You didn't know if it was going to be.
And it was like the last.
It was legit last seconds. No, last minute or 30 seconds he got, but it happened.
It was so beautifully done. He's like, oh well, I've always been here, but you weren't ready to see.
Right, you weren't ready to see me yet.
Because why? Because Obi-Wan had to go through all of this. He was still living with that guilt. He was
to
disconnected.
Tap back in, you know what I mean? Yes.
So now he's back in. Obi-Wan's back in full force. Back in this.
And he's gonna be training with Qui-Gon, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Even training to be a Jedi Master. You know what I mean.
Reva. My prediction for Reva I thought was gonna come almost true for a second because she did go back to Tatooine. She did go after Luke, but she just couldn't do it. well, what's gonna happen with Reva now? Is she just gonna be just a person on Tatooine, or is she gonna be
I think she's gonna come back. If there is a season 2, I think Reva may come back,
like as helping people,
or
like how
or
Tala did,
or even in a different series. You know what I mean? She may come back again. You know, maybe even helping the rebels.
You know, because we don't hear much after Reva, but but that's just. There's still a big 10-year gap from another 9 years or 10-year gap from here to A New Hope. So that's a bunch of things that could happen with Reva and her story as well.
That's right. That's right.
So just because we don't see her in New Hope doesn't mean that her story, I guess, ended
in New Hope. Yeah, because you still have from where it just ended right now another 17 more years while the Empire rules.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So there's still no telling how much how much would play a part now in that that little era right there.
Because there's different factions all over, the galaxy, the rebels. So I mean, who knows who she's
helping?
So
I'm really surprised that her character, survived, but I'm really happy, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Reva's character. Everything was great though. I loved it so much, and so many like little Easter eggs throughout the whole thing.
Who else would you like to see come back?
As in from Obi-Wan
to Obi-Wan, yeah, to other.
I mean, not gonna lie, I feel like Leia got inspired. I would love to see Leia's like teenage years. I know we get a lot of Skywalker content,
right?
But I think from her journey right here, I think it just inspired so much. Of no telling what kind of secret missions she's done to bring down the Empire.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? I think
deal with a lot of politics too. Though,
but I don't think it's like more of a less. I think she would maybe come across people that we know from other Star Wars lore.
Right.
You know what I mean? In those kind of stories. You know?
Like Saw Gerrera.
Yeah, and I think that would lead to that.
I think she'll be alive then. What about O'Shea Jackson's?
Oh yeah, I think they're definitely gonna do something more with O'Shea because, he Obi-Wan senses kind of leadership in him, and like almost like he's gonna become something,
Right.
And he kind of like instilled that in
and
him,
that
like
right
they
there
need
said
you,
something to kind of like lead into the future. So that could have opened something up for him, But man, all in all,
yes, I give it.
Oh, hold on, Emperor Palpatine.
And he guessed that one.
Palpatine.
He guessed that one. The Emperor did come back.
Yeah, talk about Palpatine. Yes, and how he actually put Vader in the spot too.
He's like,
you know what I mean?
But what about your feelings for Obi-Wan?
Right.
I'm trying to be shady.
For real. He's like, oh no, man.
No, I love you.
It's
man.
just you, man.
That's
it. It's all about you.
Yeah, but it's like Anakin's gone. It's just Darth Vader, and now that Obi-Wan realizes that his story can come back to what he's meant to be, which is with the Force, past, the great Jedi, you know what I mean?
Protecting Luke, you know what I mean?
Yeah, protecting Luke and Leia, and that's what he's going to be. Now he's able to really
season 2?
Fully do that. Oh, God, I'm hoping for season 2. There's going to be so much can do still.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They could just give it to us. I'll take it.
So much, yes. We'll talk about that in later episodes, too.
And we're going to be uploading more videos with covering the whole series again and see everything we miss and, like going over, like, really want to go over like the Jedi temple name, the Jedis that got escaped that Tala was helping. How they wrote all their stuff on the wall, their names and whatever like that. That would be really, really, really cool to go back and see
real detailed,
who were those like Jedi that she did help.
All those lightsabers that were left behind.
All of that,
like
that's all like little Easter eggs for us to find out, and we're gonna cover that on Just Watch.
That sounds good.
And I can't wait. So until next time, guys.
All right.
Bye.